Yep.
Yeah. But
Hello.
now I think we're good to go.
Hopefully, audio should be
Yeah.
up now.
Hi, Laura. Probably it is fine right now.
Perfect.
I'll check through this thing, and for that time I'll mute it. All right. So technically we're good to go. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely good to go.
Yep.
I mean, today we have some spicy topics.
Amazing. Yep. As
It will be a
always.
roller coaster.
Yep. Waiting for some users to join it. By the way, so this is our new setup, and probably we'll improve this one by one, slowly.
Absolutely.
But yeah, till then, this is a good setup.
This is chat.
Yep. Right.
Got on chat.
I
Okay. Chant is missing. Okay.
think it is inverted. Yeah, it is
Yeah, it's
inverted.
inverted.
Technically, I can just do maybe invert this.
Yeah, let's not.
That will do the job, man. I guess. Flip horizontally. Yeah. That did the job, but that doesn't look good.
Absolutely, yes.
Again, flip on. Yeah, that we can, I think, play with. Okay, so we already have 4 viewers, man.
There you go.
So let's start the episode.
So I just have to know that the hand always missing is left.
Yeah, always.
Always lifting is
Okay, this is going out of the camera frame.
absolutely.
Correct. Alright, so let's start the episode, right away.
Absolutely. Why not?
So, hello everyone, and welcome to the OpenTalks episode number 34. So, again, this is, I guess, third episode when we are together, and we have again spicy topics.
Yeah.
Maybe more spicy than the spiciest chili in the world.
Correct.
Right. So
Spicy chili is not even close.
not even close. Yeah. That will taste sweet compared to this.
Absolutely.
Oh. All right. So let's begin it. So let's roll the intro.
Absolutely. And we are back.
Absolutely back. So yeah, you remember paying for Netflix every month? That's it. How much do you pay? Around approximately.
Probably, I mean,
In total, I guess
899.
899, right?
Yeah.
That is, I guess, too much considering
The prices, yeah, correct.
prices, right? The competitors are very cheaper compared to Netflix.
I mean, I think Netflix had an idea to turn it into Indian channels, but yeah, I mean, just saying.
Right. So yeah. So the issue is that now you will be getting ads into Netflix.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, it is basically like an Indian channel where you can watch cinema and between the cinemas there will be ads.
Correct. Practically correct. You are paying for the cable subscription. You are getting ads.
We were seeing a kind of like a photo or art, right? Where the art basically said like
Yeah.
your video might start playing after that.
Oh,
I mean,
right.
and they were underlining on the term might.
Right. Interesting.
Ads are priority, not the video.
Correct. So what Netflix has done is they're partnering with a really good company, which is really good at advertising. So not Google, they're ultimately good, but
Yeah,
this is good level. Microsoft
I mean, they are good at also making bugs.
making bugs. They're also good at making users pay
They are good
And-
at and selling the data.
and selling the data, and also giving ads in the Windows Store
Correct.
or 11.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Netflix and Microsoft are partnering now. the ad company is partnering with the streaming company. I think you have guessed
See,
it.
the reason why I think Microsoft is partnering with Netflix is,
Yeah.
you know what?
Hmm.
Data,
Oh shit. Absolutely.
right?
Correct.
After they have sucked all the data out,
Right.
there you go.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think that their plan is to make the plans cheaper, cheaper in the sense, let's say maybe 100 rupees,
Yeah.
and they will be providing advertisers in between. So it is practically YouTube Premium, but with ads.
You know what will be flying more?
Yeah, yeah, tell me.
Make a valid system.
Okay, okay.
Make a valid system. You can watch ads
Hmm.
to add money into it.
Right.
You can keep on watching ads to add money into it.
Yeah.
This money can be used
Hmm.
to pay your subscription.
Oh shit.
Next
Okay.
time it can reduce.
I see.
Way
Interesting.
better idea.
Correct.
Way better idea.
Yeah.
This is shittier
Right.
because you don't know how many ads you are going to watch now.
Right. Just checking the audio. You can keep saying.
Yeah. So we are going to pay some X amount of rupees
Right.
and basically negate the ads.
Hmm. Hmm.
Right?
Correct.
If you don't pay the X amount of rupees, there will be ads.
Oh,
The
interesting.
more you see, the more ads you see. More revenue Netflix makes. It
Interesting.
might be more, it might be lesser than what they
Hmm.
planned for.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Correct.
But at the end of the day, who is getting screwed is you.
I see. Interesting.
Because now you don't have the seamlessness.
Got it.
You are tired for the day. You sit on a chair.
Hmm.
You want to watch a
Yeah.
movie.
And then you
You
get
play it. Then you are greeted with ads.
Right.
Then the second ad. Then the
Absolutely.
third ad.
Right. Right.
Then it plays. The
Yep.
middle, another ad.
Yep. Yep.
Does it feel similar to something else?
Yep.
Hotstar.
Yeah.
Hotstar did this way earlier
Right.
with Indian movies.
Right. Correct. Correct.
So their lower end plans are like with ads.
Yeah.
And mind you, no 4K.
Interesting. Yeah.
No
that
4K
is,
and ads.
yeah. That is so weird.
That is absolutely weird. So they are basically like you want to pay the privilege for us to give you a
Exactly.
access to a server, then you can pay like this much rupees.
Correct.
If you really want our connection,
Right.
then pay like 1,499
Oh shit.
per year
Yeah.
and just get the 4K, everything. We will give it away.
Correct. Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll be like, you are here as a guest.
Hmm. Interesting.
You will see ads.
Yeah. Correct.
Same model I think Netflix is going with.
Absolutely same model. So, talking about which, Prime Video, we saw this week, right? That one movie was for rent. That was The Bad Guys.
They started doing some collaborations first. That is, they wanted to show others have this
Hmm.
and give a way to subscribe to the other things.
Okay,
Through
that
Amazon.
seems correct.
That is the first way. Then they started adding rentals.
Yeah, I see.
That is when we saw the bad guys.
Yeah.
There is a rental, total rental.
Rental,
Like that is sitting in some off server
Hmm.
which can't be reached unless you pay.
Unless you pay. Correct.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
That is where the data is.
Correct. So these streaming companies, they are really trying to snitch money.
Yeah, they
So-
want more. Like they are like the money is flowing,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
And they have already like enjoyed this X amount of money.
Right.
They want more. They want more because they are like, you know what? There are only X amount of billion people in the world.
Yeah.
There are not going to be any more subscribers.
Exactly.
This is saturated.
Right.
And they are
And-
like, no more profits. More profits.
Exactly.
Steady profits.
Selling a cheaper plan with AdWords is way more profitable to them. 10x, 20x, 30x profitable to them.
It
Compared
depends
to-
on who they sell the ads.
I see. Right.
Red Bull will pay like next level for their
Yes,
ads.
that company is made on top of ads.
Yeah. like that, there are so many companies. If they get ads of those companies, it'll be like, it'll be still.
Excellent.
See,
Yeah.
Mr. Beast, how much does he make for just one video where he just reviews just one product
Right.
in the video?
Right.
Millions.
Absolutely.
And if Mr. Beast makes millions,
Yeah.
what do you think the real tech firms, the giants,
Yeah.
make?
They should be making a lot.
Yeah, you know, like 100 million
Correct.
probably, right?
Right.
Per company, ad company.
Right.
So
Yeah.
this really feels like a shift in the whole direction. Like, we are going back to cable days.
I see.
We are going back to the days where, to play something, you need to
Right.
see ads, even though you pay for the cable, like,
I see.
even though you pay for the facility,
Yep.
you are just tuning into whatever they broadcast.
Right.
And this is what now Netflix is going to, and this is the new default, I guess.
Correct. Interesting. That topic was really good. So,
Correct.
regarding the subscription, right? So, let's say you have a car.
Correct.
You have, you are going to the showroom, right? They're telling you that this car can have heated chairs. This car can have heated steering wheel. This car can have
AC.
rear ACs. Front ACs are already there. Rear ACs, right? So those are the add-on features for which the car company has to add on the rear hardware. Right? Let's come to scenario number 2, wherein you are going to the showroom. They are giving you the choices.
The base model.
Right? They are giving you the choices. Those choices are software limited.
Yeah, like base model has no heating,
Heated chairs,
heated
heated steering wheel. Yeah,
No back AC.
nothing fancy.
No back AC. And these are like, what do you call, like software limits. Like,
Yeah,
they're just turning off the power.
exactly. The hardware is there,
Hardware is,
just not the software.
yeah.
So, I mean, what do you think? Is it a? I mean, so let's come to the second scenario. That can be enabled via first pay, right, to the car company. But what do you think about the rental, payout? So if you pay this month to $20 to BMW, they will give you heated seats.
I think you accidentally gave it BMW.
Shit. Yeah.
Rental scheme is good
Hmm.
as long as there is a complete way to buy it out.
Correct.
As long as.
Right.
And I don't think that will stay.
That won't stay, man.
That won't stay.
That is going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, just a moment. What I was coming to is the company, right?
Yeah.
If you buy the subscription, when you buy the car, then you're good to go.
Correct.
If you don't buy the subscription, I mean, you don't buy the add-on features, right?
Yeah.
Then it's a monthly subscription.
Absolutely.
You have to pay monthly for those
Correct.
features, heated seats and all. So,
But
I
is
think
there a
that's-
way to buy even after that?
Probably yes.
Probably yes, for
Still,
now. No,
for now, right? But not for the
forever.
forever. Correct. That's the thing. So, yeah.
I actually do think this is a pretty good job on BMW's part.
Okay.
This is the next level. I mean, now you have to buy a car.
Right.
You have to rent a car. I mean, sorry, rent a car.
Yeah.
Then you have to get those features.
Correct.
So you have to get the feature of driving,
Yeah.
for a privilege of steering wheel, for
Right.
privilege of heated steering wheel,
Yep.
privilege of having a seat.
Absolutely.
The seat will go away, software limit, right?
Correct.
Under or something.
Yep.
Privilege to move seat. Privilege
Exactly.
to. I think a lot of things
Hmm.
can be made right here.
Right.
Even having a roof. Absolutely.
Correct.
Why not?
Correct. So It's a similar model with Tesla, right?
Yeah,
Tesla
I
also
mean,
has.
see, like if you put $10 for each of them having a gear, like
Hmm.
functionality for having a brake,
Correct.
why not?
Absolutely.
$10 per month for brake.
Correct. So, see, Tesla has it all of this.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
have the hardware, they have the software. They're just limiting that through what software limits they have
Correct.
established. So, I think BMW is following that, and probably more companies will follow that.
Yeah, but
And
one thing about Tesla is that I don't think there is a payout option.
I don't think so. Yeah,
There is only subscription.
only subscription. It was there in the initial days.
Correct.
Now it's not there. So
And there was one company which did key thing, like for having the privilege of using the
physical
key,
key, yeah.
the remote key,
Hmm.
for having the privilege of using the key. You have to subscribe.
Got it. Understood.
At this point, what if the cloud gets hacked?
Oh, that's
I
a
mean,
problem.
it's like if they can enable the privilege,
Yep.
can they also enable it remotely?
I think yes,
Yeah.
they can do.
So we are dealing with a scenario where any security officials can, in theory, hack any vehicle.
Correct. That is correct.
So that means thief cannot run with a car, or they have to run with the jammer. At that point, I don't think anything will work in the car because the subscription server won't be reachable. Right?
Right.
I think what if the internet goes down? Then you have base model car.
Interesting.
Immediately base model, downgraded to base model. Then
100%. Correct. If the servers are down, then you're toasted.
yeah, servers are down, base model.
Absolutely. Interesting.
There you go. Oh man, this is what we don't
Yeah.
want.
Correct.
Seriously, like we buy a car, we buy the whole thing. It's like a
Right.
product. Don't
Right.
make it too much subscriptions.
Correct.
Next, what? I don't know. Privilege to have home theaters. I mean, sorry, stereos.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Any software.
Privilege to have like next ads on stereo.
I see. When you turn on the car, you will get 10
Yeah,
seconds.
ads. Privilege to customize your home. I mean, nowadays phones are speakers, right?
Right.
Privilege to customize your home. $10 per month.
Right. Right. Okay, so probably we should go to the next topic. I think
Absolutely.
any viewers don't have any question till now. Okay, so talking about which, there's a new company which has just arrived in the market. Right. That was necessary. Right. So the company is nothing phone. Nothing, right?
Nothing.
They released their phone one.
Got it.
So the specs are this. I'll see the good specs first, then the bad specs.
Anyway, saying this is not no phone, right?
No, this is not the new phone.
No. Okay,
No.
got it.
Okay, so the good specs are LPDDR5,
Got it.
UFS 3.1 storage.
Absolutely.
It has 8 plus 256 GB configuration. 8 GB RAM, 256 GB configuration.
12 and
That is what I said. But 8 plus 256 is nowhere safe, I guess.
got it.
828, 128 goes, 12 or 256 goes.
856 was the old thing, I think.
Yeah, that was the old thing. Now it just came to the market.
Got it.
Then a really good OLED screen with a curved chin. I mean, curved
underneath.
the
Under the curved underneath.
to make the bezels equivalent.
Got it.
Other than that, it is transparent back. Transparent back.
Interesting.
So you can see the NFC coils and all of those things. You
Does
cannot
it take
see,
from a company?
right? You cannot see all the internals because it will look ugly at that point.
Yeah.
Won't suffice all the. Yeah, that's a good point, I guess.
Yep.
And yeah, I think we have came to the end of good topic, good specs. Now let's come to the mediocre specs. The processor is 778G plus.
That is okay.
I mean, I would say it's not a good move,
Absolutely.
because see, this company is trying to sell mid-range at a little bit higher cost. That's not a good move
Yes,
for the
that is
first
absolutely.
phone, right?
It's like 27,000 ish, right?
No, no.
How much
It's
is
a
that?
little bit costlier than that, 2-3,000 more.
Okay,
I forgot the exact costing,
got it.
but yeah, it is more costly than
Then
the
yeah, for sure.
yeah
We need better
SoC, right?
SOC.
Correct. Also, the cameras are kind of mediocre. What I say is like the main camera is fine, with the wide angle camera is mediocre.
Interesting.
The post processing is in the early stage,
Hmm.
right? And the LED backlight, right? I think it's a new feature, but not a, you know that much useful feature. Why?
Got it.
It's because you have to always put this phone this way
Correct.
to use that feature,
Correct.
right? And
Actually, I have seen some Apple iPhone mode, right, where you can have those lights
okay, okay,
during the charging and all those things.
okay.
I
Understood.
think that is inspired from this.
Yeah, probably it is inspired from. I mean, the whole phone is inspired from iPhone 12. The design is almost similar to iPhone 12.
Got it.
The back design is probably inspired from mode.
Yeah, I
So,
think the name there's a name for the UI, right? Some
nothing goes.
yeah, no, that thing, that UI, there is
GIF,
a
GIF, glyph interface.
glyph interface. Yeah, there
Right,
is.
right. So it's on the early stage now. They can add more features, more creative features using software updates.
Got it.
But currently it's on early stage, on the early days.
So basically, people are given a privilege to beta test a phone for a premium price.
Yes, correct. Kind of correct. I mean, not beta test the phone, but beta test some features.
I mean,
Because the phone
currently it is not really completely stable. The processing is not that good. It is there. It is not that good. It can compete.
Okay.
It can't compete as the level as Samsung's and Apple's does.
Absolutely.
Right.
Their R&D department and things are going from
7 series is pretty much an entry point for 5G chips.
Correct.
Right.
That's also a boomer.
So kind of it's a entry level SoC.
Yeah.
And that is a problem.
That's the only single problem I have with that phone. Other problems can be ignored. Camera, I don't care. Glyph interface, I don't care. But the SoC, I do care.
SoC is something I think they should at least give us a choice.
Okay.
One more.
I have mixed opinion on that because see, if they give choice on SoCs, then it will be a new model. So
I mean,
it
they
could
can
be
unify.
something like this. They can unify. They have done this good thing, 8 plus 256. That's a good thing. They could do something like this. Nothing phone, nothing point pro. They not went with that thing.
Correct.
I guess just because if they do that, then the whole focus will be divided into 2 phones, and no one will perform as good in the market. So probably that's the scenario. But the only way, I think, not the only way, but the tried and tested way is to go with flagship SoC at lower price. So what these guys are trying to do is make profit from the start.
Yeah.
See, OnePlus paid loss in the start, right?
Correct.
They were selling 8 series with very low prices.
Absolutely.
Now they are selling 8 series with very high prices.
Correct.
Now they are making profits, but these guys are selling 7 series with higher price. So they are making profits from start. That is their.
So either they are too confident.
Yeah, I guess
that
they are.
it will be hit.
Yeah.
Or they are idiot.
Yeah, I think
At this point,
they have got a very good coverage.
at
Lots
this
of
point, I
YouTubers
think
are covered.
only South India is not covered that much.
Probably
by the channels.
Correct.
But,
See,
but
the
there
thing
will
is,
be always English channels covering it.
if MKB covers something,
Yes.
it's covered.
Absolutely. I mean, it's covered across the globe. Even
Exactly.
Africa can be.
Absolutely right. So that's the thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So my opinion is that that phone is good, but not out of the box.
Got
as 1 plus 1 was.
As long as companies don't make a phone which can be rooted
Correct.
and have the Netflix and all the functionality with it,
Shit. Right.
I'm not going.
Okay, Amazon only. Correct.
We need root access.
Absolutely.
We need root access with everything.
Yep.
Netflix, Prime, every access.
Yeah.
Even banks.
Right. Correct. You know, Netflix, why don't Elvin, is dependent on one of the partitions on the phone. So if that partition is gone, let's say for XYZ reason,
I mean, if you unlock it, it's gone.
for my phone it is not gone.
Yeah, it was the old days.
Old days, yeah.
Yeah.
That is 5 years old phone.
Now, it is not the case.
Interest.
Even for the privilege of using the EDL, decrypt the EDL,
Hmm.
you need a key.
Yeah.
So if
I
your
see.
phone is hard bricked, then you
Got
better
it.
go to the service center.
Understood.
You better give them the phone,
Mm-hmm.
repair it,
Got it.
or basically they will probably change the motherboard.
Yeah.
That will always happen.
Right.
And if that happens, you will lose a lot of money.
Correct. Correct.
So it is now harder to unbrick phones.
Correct. Correct.
It's now Google is doing their best job. Right? It's like they're closing it
They're closing from every
every
angle.
Yeah, I mean nowadays we are talking about YouTube DL, right?
Yeah.
YouTube DL, and we are not able to download the 4K version and all those things.
Correct. I mean, see the point, right? YTFZ. That's the program we talked about today.
Correct.
It's not even a famous program.
Actually,
Google
I think a lot of people use it too.
YTFZ?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because so many people they are using like those flame shot UI.
Oh, okay.
Those kind of people, they want everything in a terminal, right?
Got it. Yeah. Then it's gone.
They go through these things.
Understood. Yeah. They closed on YTFZ. They closed on YouTube. They closed on Advanced. They closed on Android, I guess.
Yeah. It seems like they closed on collab also, because now it's premium.
What?
Collab is premium, right?
The free version is gone?
Free version is there.
Okay.
It's very shitty.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I remember.
It's not even performing like 50% of what
It used to.
collab used to.
It used to. Yeah, correct.
It's still
There was an extend gem feature 3 years back. That's not.
correct. Everything is getting premium.
Yep.
Google is trying to close it on everything.
And BMW is trying to close on the heated seats.
Yeah, and probably some other companies. I've totally forgot which company it is. Charlotte or something.
Charlotte.
Yeah, I've
Interesting.
totally forgot.
Okay.
They are trying to close down on keys.
Oh, shit.
So
The remote operating
remote.
functionality.
it's like
Everything is clearing down. Okay. Yeah, you were saying something.
in the future, right?
Correct.
Tracking a car will be easier.
The GPS thing.
I mean, that is there.
Okay.
Then now even shutting down a car will be easier.
Okay.
You know what is worse? Remote controlling a car will be easier.
Oh, shit.
So this is the scary part. Any attacker, if they want to really target on an individual, they can remote control a car, including Tesla. Tesla is completely autonomous. So in theory,
That is a scary part.
that is absolutely scary part.
Correct.
And this is closing in. I mean, see, movies are getting ready.
Yeah.
Day by day, we are closing into having all tech in the car. I mean, car is no longer a mechanical object. It is a tech.
Tech, yeah. It is more over on the tech part.
Yeah.
It used to be mechanical.
It is totally tech. Even there can be a software update which breaks the car.
It does. Right.
Yeah. Think about it. I mean, if you drive, the software is done for. It's like
Yep. Your life is on the stake.
your life is on the stake. I really like to have tested what you call firmware inside the car rather than rolling software
Correct.
on the car.
Right. That is correct.
That is, rolling software is something we have to be afraid of, because there can be mistakes and that mistakes will take time to be rectified.
Right.
And if someone dies on the road, I don't think these companies will get away with it.
Yeah.
Because, see, as long as the forensic department don't actually see that this was the reason, they can still blame it on the user.
Absolutely.
The user used the car wrong.
Yep.
Like Apple
Apple.
says. Apple says when the iPhone 6 wins, users are using the phone.
Oh.
It always happens.
Right.
So companies will start blaming the users, and now it will be easier for people to track.
Right. Absolutely.
So probably there is no questions, right?
Yeah. Your user is saying, imagine rolling a car. Oh.
In the future, right, there will be a group of people. Their duty will be like you give them a car,
Right.
they will reinstall manual control.
Yeah.
They will install custom firmware.
Correct.
They will install everything custom.
Yep.
They will give you manual control. Everything you do, it is what the car does.
Correct.
No external communication.
Right. And sometimes, right, let's say if a car is coming at 110 kilometers per hour, your eyes don't see the car because of a blind spot. The radar, which is non-existent in Tesla right now,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
The older models can see, probably. It is going to be disabled in future, but yeah, if the radar can see it and it can break the car.
Yeah.
Even if you accelerate, it can break the car.
That is the whole point of having the LiDAR.
Exactly. I think radar.
I mean, there are both radar and LiDAR.
Understood.
And they disable LiDAR and radar.
Yeah, at this point.
At this point, it's only cameras.
Only cameras.
Only cameras.
Vision only.
And autopilot, I mean, they got worse also with it.
Correct.
And that was a good part of it. I mean, the car in a collision situation, user might not be capable of making the split decision.
Correct.
Right? And this can make the best decision out of it, right?
Correct. Correct.
For both parties.
Yeah.
This will be the best decision.
Absolutely.
And even in the future, it might be able to communicate with the other car.
Yes.
And make new decisions.
Correct.
And that is a good part of it. But is it what they are building? That is the question. I mean,
It's a
at last, will it make money for? Right? The companies, they want money. Right?
Yeah.
So they will probably go with the law enforcement and
Right.
we can use all these technology for good purposes. They always say so, right? While they are building it, they want to make life better for us.
Right.
But at last, what they do is they add these features. They don't do what they are supposed to do with these hardware.
Correct.
And they now have we now have a technology which can be tracked, hacked, and even
I see.
broken in
Yes.
worst case scenario. Right?
Yep.
That is a problem.
It's a problem.
And fixability. Fixability is another problem. See, nowadays people are even serializing parts.
Okay.
If you go to a service center, it has to be your own. I mean, the company's own service center.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they can't replace the parts.
Correct.
And this is getting more and more closed also. That is right to repair problem.
Correct.
It's all happening everywhere, right? And
Right.
Apple is kind of silencing it by giving batteries and some other things for exactly the same price. Yes, you get replaced from the
Service.
service center. It's like
That doesn't make any sense.
yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, see, Apple is taking a lot of money and putting into the Genius Bar, right?
Yep.
Paying their employees.
Absolutely.
If they deliver the batteries directly, where does that money go to?
Oh shit.
More profit. So more profit while looking good.
Looking good, yeah.
While looking good. That is the the scariest part.
Correct.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, if we talk on this, I guess it will go on forever.
Absolutely.
Probably we can
Move to the next topic.
move to the next topic.
So, app which is, so much popular nowadays. And that went south 3 days back. For at least 2 hours.
Someone, I think, thought of buying it.
Yeah. And also selling it when he dies.
Oh, to someone who gives away too much money, I guess.
Yep. Okay. Technically, that someone who gives away too much money can buy that, but
Yeah.
but
That is correct. That is absolutely correct.
right. So we are talking about Twitter. It is,
Yeah.
right. So
Elon Musk and Mr. Beast.
the other two person are those. Correct. So Twitter went down for 2 hours. That is the highest time for the Twitter to go down after 2016.
Oh man.
That is like almost
6
6 years.
6 years.
So you remember Facebook going down,
Absolutely.
or Facebook was Instagram,
Facebook's
everything.
employee basically messed up their BGPs, right?
Right.
Oh man,
That was amazing.
It was spicy.
Yeah, that was spicy, man. They couldn't even what do we say, go to the physical server at that
Correct.
point, right? I think similar things happened with Twitter because 2 hours is a long time.
Absolutely.
But we don't. Do you know like exactly what happened? I don't think so. Don't have the details of
I also
insights.
don't have the
Details, right? It went down, right? Correct. So, like, Twitter going down is a huge thing.
Correct.
See, these apps are deployed everywhere in the world. Right? They have multiple instances in
Probably
different.
they are using also multiple
geographical-
services, like not just AWS.
Yeah, not just AWS. Correct. They are using AWS, Azure, GCP, everything in multiple regions with failovers and what do we say, fault tolerant,
Fault
fault
tolerant
tolerant.
servers, fault tolerant database.
Correct. Yeah. Geo redundancy and all this, right? And after doing all of these things, the app goes down. So I think the major part is that some code was wrong. Something was wrong in the code. There's a newer version of the code
Correct.
which never got detected in the testing phase. It went to the production, maybe deployment, right?
Correct.
And it got deployed in the every region, everywhere, and that bug got triggered.
Absolutely.
That's the only explanation. Otherwise,
I mean, think about it. Like the old days, right? We have a software,
right,
and that is it.
right,
The software comes with hardware. That's it.
right, right.
Now it's like software keeps on rolling.
Oh,
It keeps on changing.
yep,
It can be better.
yep, yep.
It can be more featurist.
Hmm.
We added more features.
Correct.
We can be having more features again.
Yes.
More, more, more. Never ending cycles.
Never ends.
More.
Absolutely.
And after chasing all these, there are like bugs.
Oh, man.
Ancient bugs, relic bugs,
Shit.
newer bugs, 0-day bugs.
Oh shit.
Right?
Right.
It's like
That's a problem, man. Right.
the code base is like divided into two places.
Hmm.
One place is like a deserted room
Right.
where there is no light.
Yep.
You don't want to go into there.
Right.
Totally, there is dust everywhere,
Correct.
and spider webs and all those things hanging, right?
Absolutely.
And then there's other place furnished beautifully,
Hmm.
looks way beautiful, like.
Yep.
And there is one other place which looks ancient,
Right.
but still people come there.
Correct.
This is how the code is divided nowadays.
That is so correct.
And the ancient place, right? That is where people think it is very stable.
I see.
If there is any bugs in it,
Yeah.
they are damned at that point, because no one knows how that is written and how it works.
Yeah, this is what happens with the legacy systems which are running in these companies, right?
Correct.
So there are very less people nowadays to run those legacy systems, and maybe even so there are like huge projects going on in these companies to convert those legacy things into the modern thing, right?
Correct. I mean, see, even in the modern things, there are legacy stuff inside.
Yeah, the logic is legacy.
That is what we are talking about.
I see. Got it.
See, in Windows, there is XP what do you call XP stuff. Those are just there.
Yeah.
But a critical error in that part of the code will propagate
everywhere.
until Windows 10 crashes into a blue screen.
Absolutely.
Right? And that is what they don't want.
Correct.
Because no one knows how to edit that code. No one knows how to fix it.
Absolutely.
And sometimes, like Microsoft just did with Microsoft Office,
Yep.
they might just say, it is not fixable.
Oh shit.
Please disable that feature.
Oh man. That was a thing. We discussed, I think, last episode. Yep.
Yep.
Right, man. So, I mean, we are kind of closing on the topics right now. So, I think there are some viewers. If you guys have any questions, just let us know. In the live chat right now, we'll address those.
Hope the video is better now.
Yeah, I think it is the top notch till the point because.
Yeah, only the anti-panning issues there. 50 Hz, we will fix that.
Yeah, we'll fix that. Those small backfires. But correct. Okay, let me check what Microsoft did with Office. That's a spicy topic. We can repeat that, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. We already covered it.
Yeah. Okay, so should you?
I guess you can begin because you are the one who began earlier also.
Okay. So imagine Gaurav, you have a pen drive. You are plugging that pen drive into your computer.
Windows Explorer shows up.
Windows Explorer automatically just shows up.
Yeah.
That is the default behavior. You can disable it, but that's the default behavior. Correct. It opens the pen drive. Yeah. Sorry, the content of the pen drive. In the root directory of the pen drive, there is a RTF file. There may be a Word file.
Even Word file, doc file.
Let's keep a doc file. That Explorer tries to, what do we say, preview the file, right?
Yeah.
And your PC evaporates. I mean, not your PC, but all of your data evaporates.
I mean, the soft part of the PC evaporates.
Right. Absolutely.
So this is what happening. Like inside the that particular file, right?
Yeah.
There's a particular macro.
Okay.
That is what it does, right? I mean, it's a particular macro. Which is malicious.
Right.
But in normally the default viewing mode, normally nothing will be run. But that particular part will be run.
Sure.
And the major problem is sandbox escape.
Yeah.
We can take control of the whole machine if you want to.
Correct.
So this is a red level vulnerability. Very critical, right?
Interesting.
Where corporates were saying, okay, like role policies to disable the whole thing.
Yep.
And Microsoft had only one answer to it. We can't fix it.
Right.
Yet.
Yeah. I mean, it's a known vulnerability from ages, I guess. Yeah, we are talking about Polina. I forgot the name, but yeah.
Polina.
Thank you, Gaurav, for reminding us. So yeah, Polina is the vulnerability.
I mean, like very sweet name.
Sweet name. It's an amazing sweet name.
Not at all scary.
Absolutely.
I think even Microsoft named it, Polina.
Correct. They probably named it in 2 years back, right? When they actually knew the thing.
Correct.
They told media that they knew from April. This is July ending, I guess.
They were like, their asses was not on fire.
Yep.
The bug was a ticket. It was there.
Yes.
After the people started noticing it, their ass was slowly getting lit.
Yeah.
And after corporates getting noticed, their ass was totally lit.
Right.
But still, with the ass lit, they couldn't fix it.
Yep. That's a problem. So I think like these kind of issues, right? There are lots of issues. Microsoft has a bag of those issues in their bag. They sell that back to maybe FBI or CIA.
That can happen. Yeah.
And just give the access to Windows 11.
See, the thing is, as far as I think these things goes, right?
Yeah.
I don't think they will sell it.
Okay.
But,
Hmm.
but, you know, there is only need for one vulnerability to be found to find others. Because
Correct.
that vulnerability will 90% be also in the Microsoft's own environment.
100%.
So FBI can indirectly access the Microsoft's own servers and
Yep.
get access to these data.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we already know that NSA and these kind of security agencies already had all the information.
Right.
So
It's all close.
it's like it will be there. Like you remember the Eternal Blue exploits
Oh, okay. I don't know.
with WannaCry.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Eternal Blue exploits only cost WannaCry.
Okay.
That is the whole what you call like a ripple on the space string continuum, right? You can
Right.
say like that is when the ransomware was the defined.
see.
It's the ransomware,
Yeah.
right?
Interesting.
And that only caused because they see the Eternal Blue exploits got leaked,
Yeah, they got leaked. Correct.
and the Eternal Blue exploits had everything. I mean, they had a lot of vulnerabilities in that. I mean, exploits for that. Then people were like, exploiting the very simple of them.
Correct. Right.
Even now, I think there are so many exploits which are not yet patched.
Right. That was
So that is the situation, right?
correct, man.
It's like the security, security of any software can be compromised.
Yes.
The only thing is you need dedication
Yep.
and time.
Absolutely.
If you can reverse engineer, you can probably find some fault somewhere.
Yep.
See, that is where the simplicity comes in. If something is very simple,
Right.
then there is nothing to go wrong in that.
There, exactly. If it is 1 plus 1, it's always 2. That's the thing. Nothing can go wrong, and it will be like 4 or 5. Right?
Correct.
There is a viewer, Gaurav, who is saying, use LibreOffice. Icon Bill Gates. Probably Bill Gates was thinking in this thing in the mind. Just use LibreOffice. Don't use Office for a year while you fix the vulnerability. Or maybe disable the.
The only problem is LibreOffice docs is very, open.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Very open, right?
Correct.
It's like a very open standard. Microsoft is not at all clenching any IPs.
Correct.
So docs is very easy to parse.
Yeah.
So it will look exactly same as how it looks in Word. And the thing is, the beauty of the whole thing is they don't change it at all. They never change it.
Got it. Interesting indeed.
Yeah. And so if you make a document in 2000, probably 2000 latest 365.
Okay.
Run it in 2007.
Yeah.
Probably it will look exactly as it is.
Yep.
You see,
That will look fine.
that is sarcasm. Not look fine. It will look messed up to a point where you'd be asking Microsoft, you are the only people who support legacy.
Yep.
Then why?
Exactly.
And that is a problem LibreOffice is having. They are not able to keep up with the changes of docs.
Correct.
They are adding more things willy-nilly here and there. They are like, okay, you know what? We are going to add this attribute to this. We are going to add some property to this. Blah, 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 right?
Yep.
And at last, LibreOffice has to write a parser.
Correct.
Which parses the same way as Microsoft does.
Yeah.
Without infringing on their IPs.
Right.
That is a very hard thing to do.
That's a very hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Very hard.
So if you write your document totally in LibreOffice, cool, works.
Yeah.
But if you write in Word,
and then open
dead.
LibreOffice,
You are dead.
And if you write in LibreOffice, a doc file, if you give it to the Word user, will it be the same? Yeah.
That is just deliberate.
That's all.
That is just deliberate.
Yeah.
Even Google Drive
Yep.
passes it perfectly.
Okay.
Only Microsoft services passes it weird. They are just deliberately passing it weird because see, the standard is open.
Correct.
Even if they copy the code, no one is going to blame them.
No, yeah, correct. It the whole thing about ODT, right?
Yeah.
Open document
Yeah.
thing, right? It's open.
It's open.
Correct. Yeah. So it's a problem. I think they're deliberately trying to
Yeah.
over the.
They are trying to
ODT,
break the
ODT.
intercompatibility and
Yes.
just give a little bit of compatibility to a point where they can copy stuff from
Correct. Yeah. Into a doc file.
into a
Correct.
word file.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Interesting. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think we have closed on all the topics and all the questions. So yeah, it was an amazing live session and podcast.
Probably next time there won't be a podcast. Just next week.
Yeah, just for the next week. Yes, we won't be together at that
Yeah.
point. So yeah,
So there might be, might not be, but
correct.
there there can be a situation where there it's not podcast.
Right. Yeah. We'll gather the topics and we'll deliver in the next week.
Absolutely.
Perfect. So yeah, guys, if you don't have any questions, then you can close on. It was an amazing time we had. So should we just close?
Yeah, we can end the podcast.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, if you guys like the episode, liked the episode, then please do give a like, and also share it with your friends.
Absolutely, comment on it. I mean, if you have any new ideas,
Absolutely, yeah. If you have any suggestions and whatever you have in your mind, right, just let us know. We read all the comments. We reply to all the comments.
Okay.
Also go to taxforeign.com for any major tech question. We'll try to answer them. There are a lot of people except us who can also answer. So yeah, it's always a way to go. So till then, I guess, yeah. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, Deepak Chauras here. Thanks for that emoji, right? So yeah, bye, everyone. We'll meet, I guess, next week.
absolutely.